Hello, genealogists. This is Craig, and this is Just Genealogy, and a short one today. Yesterday I did a talk on a man by the name of Head from South Carolina, the Revolution. And then I was doing some other research, and I realized that a very important series of books to Revolutionary War research, I don't think I talked about before. In all 250 some odd videos, I don't think I've talked about these before, and that really disturbed me because these are excellent books. And if you're interested in Revolutionary War research, you should, at a minimum, own the PDFs for the states that you're interested in or the books. And I've been collecting the books over the years. I probably have 7 or 8 of them, maybe. And I have a couple of PDFs. The only 2 books that are missing from the series appear to be, because I can't find them, and they're not among my collection, and I can't find them on, where would you go to find out where a book is from? WorldCat. They don't appear to be there under the author's name, and those are Maryland and Delaware. But I can find the other 11. And the books that I'm talking about are Eric Grunsed's The Various States. This one happens to be North Carolina in the American Revolution. And they exist either as PDFs now, or they exist as actual books. For example, there are ebooks available for Massachusetts and Connecticut, for example, Virginia, Pennsylvania. But Massachusetts and Maine is also available as a book. And the books cost about twice what the PDFs do, maybe a little less sometimes, depending on how thick the book is. I would collect all the books just because I have this thing for the Revolution, but you don't have to do that. What I like best about it is it's very comprehensive. I think I wrote the review for one of them. I think it was New York, for the National Genealogical Society years and years and years ago. And I found very few flaws in it from the perspective of a Revolutionary War researcher, and mainly it related not even me half the time. So basically, the typical content is there's an introduction. There's a chapter that deals with developing a North Carolina, in this case, developing a North Carolina and Tennessee research strategy. And the reason Tennessee's there is because during the Revolution, Tennessee was part of North Carolina. It doesn't, I think, become a state until 1792, I think. It could be some other date. So the first chapter gives you an idea about how to research in your state. The second chapter deals with major record centers in the state. The third chapter deals with geographical factors affecting research in the state. The fourth chapter, which is why I picked this book up, is I'm about to put together a talk for North Carolina on pre-Revolutionary War North Carolina and what records. So there is a chapter on the pre-Revolutionary War events in the state. Then there's a chapter on general histories of the American Revolution in the state. Then general Revolutionary War sources. Then the government of the state as a colony and a state in the Revolutionary era. Then North Carolina, in this case, land records. And then military records. And then in military records, it deals with the units, it deals with the battles, it deals with the issues of supply, it deals with them by year. And then there is chapter 11 in the North Carolina book deals with spies and espionage in the state. Chapter 12 deals with naval and maritime records. Chapter 14 deals with record sources relating to veterans of the American Revolution. Chapter 15 deals with regions, counties, towns, districts, and localities in North Carolina. So it gives you a county by county look at the war. And then it deals with distinctive groups in the state. And in this case, it deals with Native American, it deals with society in general, it deals with African American, it deals with English immigration, it deals with the French in North Carolina, the Germans in North Carolina, the Irish, the Jews of North Carolina, lawyers, attorneys, loyalists, religion, history, Scots, Scots-Irish, Swiss, and women and girls of North Carolina, their legal status, and widows. Chapter 17 deals with the lineage societies. Chapter 18 deals with prominent North Carolinians, and the list goes on in regards to those. And then it is fully indexed. So this is basically an immense bibliography of how to deal with the Revolution in a specific state. So if I was in a county, looking for a county, I would go to the book or PDF for this state and look at the county to see what had been printed relating to the Revolution in that county, in that state. It's most comprehensive. And in fact, I use it to locate things often, evidently not often enough, since I forgot about it when I was talking about John Head. And when I was talking about William Aaron in my legacy talk, I missed it also. My legacy talk, I missed it also. So the way to get to Heritage Books doesn't sell these. They're only sold by the DAR library. And the way, not the DAR library, but the DAR store. When I think of the DAR, I personally only think about the library because I don't belong to the DAR and it's just my own problem. But there is a place on the dar.org website called shop.dar/store/KAW-publications. And that will get you to the correct page for those books that are available. And I highly recommend them for each individual state. I've used most of them at least once or twice. North Carolina and Virginia, I have used quite often. But again, that's my area of interest. But again, I'm unable to find them for Maryland and Delaware. It may exist, but I don't see it out on WorldCat and I don't see it out in the store. It may not exist because Mr. Grunstedt retired from the DAR at some point. And maybe somebody didn't pick up those places. But anyway. So this has been Craig talking about a set of books that you ought to have, at least for your state, at least, relating to the Revolutionary War. The State in the American Revolution, a source guide for genealogists and historians by Eric G. Grunstedt. National Society Daughters of the American Revolution, published by them. So I will talk to you tomorrow. If you haven't noticed, I'm wearing a jacket. It's because it's cold in the warehouse today. See you when I see you. Bye.